catching cheaters, and proud of it.
Ow, I'm sorry.
It's your home for War of the Roses on Mojo in the Morning.
Kelly, you think that your husband is cheating on you?
Yeah.
Will you tell us the story about when you guys were driving up north and what happened with his phone?
So we were driving up like last week together, and we haven't been talking since. We had this massive fight.
So you guys have gone over a week without talking to each other?
Yeah.
And
What was the fight about?
We were on the road, and I asked him like to use his phone for GPS, and his phone like kept blowing up when I plugged it in. Like I could see these messages from this person named Taryn. Like,
do you know who that is?
I don't. But he immediately unplugged his phone, like to, make the messages go away.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to ask you. Did he seem reluctant to give you the phone, or was it like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he shut it down fast, and that's like when I started questioning him.
And what did he say when you were questioning him?
Well, he was just like, that Taryn's a new hire at work. He's the one training her.
And so that's why she was constantly blowing up his phone?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then why did he so quickly unplug the phone?
Right.
Exactly.
Did you read the messages between them? Did you say, hey, let me see your phone and I want to read it?
I didn't say that, but I asked to look at it, and he said no. And I didn't see the messages.
So you guys then continued to drive, and did this argument happen the entire time that you were on the road?
Yeah, it happened for a while, and then we just kind of went silent because clearly we weren't going to figure it out in that moment. We were both upset.
And then this argument then continued up there, so I'm sure that had to make it for an awful weekend.
Yeah.
What's been going on since then? Since you've been home, have you noticed that she's still contacting him, or what's the story?
Well, I'm assuming so. But I could also be imagining that. I mean, anytime I see him on his phone, I know he's getting messages. I can't see if it's her though.
So you guys left it with each other that you are just upset with him. Do you think he knows that you're suspicious and that you think that he's a cheater?
Yeah, I would think he thinks that, or at least that I'm pissed and not trusting him right now.
All right, we're going to call him up to see where he's going to send a dozen free roses and find out if there's more to this, okay?
Yeah.
We're hoping that the flowers go to Kelly.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for David.
Yeah?
Hi, David. My name is Nicole, and I'm calling from a new online floral company called rosesbloom.com with an offer for some free flowers. If you have about 30 seconds to answer 2 really quick survey questions, we're going to give you a dozen red roses that you can send to the person of your choice. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm not going to ask you.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. I'm really not interested. Thank you. No.
I'm not selling anything. It's just if you answer the 2 survey questions, we'll send out the flowers to the person of your choice. And again, we're just hoping that in the future, when you order flowers, you'll order from rosesbloom.com. You'll be on the phone with me for less than a minute when it's all said and done, okay? Have you purchased flowers in the last 6 months, David?
No.
Okay. Do you plan on purchasing flowers in the next 6 months?
No.
Not a flower guy.
Not really,
Okay.
no.
Okay. As a thank you for participating in that survey, rosesbloom.com is now going to provide you with a dozen long-stemmed red roses. And so I just need to get some info from you, starting with a first and a last name of who you want to send these to.
Taryn.
Okay. And that's T-A-R-E-N, T-A-R-Y-N. How do you spell it?
Taryn.
Okay. And before I get Taryn's phone number from you, we can also include a card with the flowers. And what did you want the message on the card to say?
Just put my name.
Okay, so just David or love David, from David, doesn't matter.
Just put my name.
Okay. And David, I'm actually going to start a profile for you because, again, hopefully you'll use this in the future. And so I have Taryn on here. And what is her relationship to you?
She's the person I want to send flowers to right now.
Okay, is she a family member, a friend, a partner? That's just what I'm looking for. I just have to check it off on the box.
I mean, check off what you want. I'm not a flowers guy. I'm not going to be sending her flowers. This is just because you give me free flowers, honestly. I don't think you even need to create a profile. I'm really not planning on using the service.
Okay. All right. I do have to let you know that this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
And David, I'm going to jump on and get the phone number, okay? So can I get the phone number and I'll finish this off for us?
Hello?
Yeah, we are both from the same company. I just need to get a phone number of Taryn so we can send the flowers to her.
245.
Great. And we will send those flowers off, but I do need to inform you of one last thing before I let you go off the phone, that while you've been on with us and you've been sending the flowers to Taryn, your wife, Kelly, has been listening in and just heard every word that you just said.
Yeah.
David, this is the Mojo in the Morning show. And your wife, Kelly, called us up to do War of the Roses and just heard you send flowers to another woman.
I feel really stupid right now.
David, your wife wants to know more details about who this is. They hung up the phone.
Well, I don't know what more information we could need than that.
We have her phone number. We can try to get a hold of her. And we'll get him back on the phone, too. Kelly, you want a second to think about this?
I'm really overwhelmed.
Okay.
What do you guys think I should do?
I think you should take a second, and we'll talk to you some more, okay?
Okay.
This is the home of War of the Roses.
Mojo.
Mojo in the morning.
Kelly, he's bumping our phone call.
Has he reached out to you?
No.
We have tried to call also that number that he gave for Taryn. And,
Yeah.
And it just goes to a female's voicemail.
It's probably her.
Well, it definitely sounds, she sounds, it doesn't say her name or anything like that, but it does say something that's too identifiable to air on our show. So that's why I'm not going to air it. But I want you to get a chance to kind of like gather your thoughts and talk to us, but we'll figure out exactly how we can get him back on the phone to get some answers, and then also give you an opportunity just to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like my world just is over. So I don't know what to say.
We're going to be here for you, so hang on the phone, okay?
Okay.
I always hate situations where you're married, kids involved and stuff. That always just, I don't know. I mean, all cheating situations make me sad, but this one is a tough one. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. You can comment on this. Also, I thought, because it's so common, it's actually one of the most common ways that people meet somebody and then end up having infidelity. It's through work. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been suspicious of your partner, significant other, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend's coworker. Not just them, but the coworker. Is there a specific coworker that you were suspicious of and that made you then find out that they were fooling around with each other? Call us, 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. Abby, hello. It's Mojo in the Morning. You just want to make a comment? What's going on?
That guy sounds like an all-around douchebag to
Yep.
everybody.
Yep.
Everybody.
Douchebag!
The way he came off, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the way that he was with just talking about sending the flowers and stuff like that kind of gave me those vibes right off the bat, you know?
Yeah, and cutting Shannon off to like, why? Just let her talk for a second. It's not a big deal. Oh.
The one thing that I thought was interesting is that these guys had this happen to them this past weekend and have not had much communication with each other. How do you live in a house that? And listen, I've been in situations where Chelsea and I have gone, through weeks of having major problems. I mean, months of major problems where we just wouldn't talk to each other, or it'd be very quick, just talk about the kids. How about a car ride? I mean, for goodness sakes, could you imagine that? Like, I don't know how they actually were going up north. I didn't ask that question, but
Right.
do you know how a car ride in itself is just draining? The fact that you're in the car ride, you get these text messages coming through, you don't have any explanation, then all of a sudden you go silent.
And that would eat away at me as well.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
to rip it out of the car or whatever and not have any other explanation than it's a new hire, somebody that I work with. Okay, then just
Yeah.
nip it in the butt and show her the text messages just to ease her mind a little bit.
Hey, Jen, what's happening?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on? War of the Roses.
Yes, I just wanted to make a comment. I just heard this, and I know how she feels about her world being turned upside down. I just went through a same thing, 18 years of marriage, to find out that my husband was cheating with somebody he was working with.
Really? Were you suspicious before you found out about this, or did it just hit you over the head like a ton of bricks?
I was suspicious because he kept staying after work saying this woman had a stalker, and he was trying to protect her from the stalker, and and he was just spending a lot of extra time after work.
All right, I don't know is he in security and that's what he does for a living, or no?
Yeah, apparently. Well, I mean, he was in the Marine Corps for 23 years.
I know,
so.
but exactly. Okay, then you know what? You got a coworker that's got a stalker. Then maybe the people at the company should figure that out. Not a married man hanging out late with some woman at work.
It flipped my world upside down, me and my 3 kids. So,
What kind of work did they do? You don't name the company, but what kind of work?
car sales.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to say this. I got a lot of car dealer friends. They're going to get mad at me for saying this.
Here comes the broad
Do not make
statement.
a blanket statement right now.
No. I'm going to say that there's a lot of infidelity that goes on at car dealerships. And I will tell you this. Back when I lived in Arizona, I had a very good friend of mine who got busted cheating on his wife when his wife pulled into the car dealership and looked through. You know how the dealerships have, it's all glass, and then they got a showroom, and then you can see the offices in the back?
Yeah.
Looked through and saw the female sales rep and him fooling around at 10 o'clock at night when the dealership closed at 8 or 9. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's crazy. What's going on, Brooke? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. War of the Roses. We're talking about suspicion that a coworker's cheating with your person, your significant.
Oh yeah.
You caught your boyfriend cheating?
Yeah, that was my child's father. I was actually 6 months pregnant, and I had suspicion. Just when I would talk to her, she would ask me about my relationship a lot, and it was kind of weird. And then I told her how he mentioned that after this one, he wanted to try for another one, and I could just tell by the way she acted, it was really weird. And then shortly after that, another coworker of ours had told me that he's seen my child's father and her going to lunch a lot. So then I confronted him. I went and actually snuck myself and watched them walk out together. And so when I confronted him, he admitted that he had been seeing her for a while. And she would actually come over to our apartment while I was sleeping, and they would be sitting outside in the car together.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. And
wow.
did I misunderstand you? You guys worked together as well?
Yeah, we all worked together, and very closely too. I was a department manager, and she was under me.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Come on, Mike. You got to say the joke. Go ahead. Can Mike say a joke?
Sure.
You weren't paying attention, Mike. Mike would have.
Yeah. No, it's the best way to get under.
No,
something.
no. She was under you and under him. Is that what you wanted to say?
Yes.
Mike?
Yeah.
That's what he was going to say. Yeah. I was waiting for you, Mike, on that one. I'm like, you can jump in and say it, but you had sometimes joke.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the joke was meant there though. I don't know if that's a good idea there.
Are you okay, Brooke, that joke was in that position, or should we have waited one phone call and then come back with that?
No, you're definitely fine. It's been years, so.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you for the call. Sam?
So for me, I've never had an issue where I actually had infidelity towards me, but I work for a very large shipping company, and my coworkers use the term work wife and work husband, and they tend to have rampant infidelity, and they do not hide it at all. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
That work wife, work husband thing is meant for, it's the person that you just spend a lot of time with, not that you're supposed to be fooling around with, but in whatever occupation that was going on there, they were fooling around.
Oh, yeah. All the time, and they do not hide it. I'm like, girl, that is not the guy in your Facebook picture. Like,
Oh yeah, that's the problem. Is you get some of these places where the culture, it breeds more misbehaving because people are cool with it, and they say, "Oh, everybody allows it here and doesn't talk about it." So then other people might jump in that otherwise would have kept their business quiet.
What's up, Ruby?
good morning. So, he took me on a birthday trip. This was for my 21st birthday, and on the last day of the trip, I noticed he was getting messages at night. So the last day on our trip, that day when we got back home to Detroit, I was supposed to spend the night with him because that was actually the day of my birthday. And so I asked him, I'm like, oh, well, who are you texting? Because his phone kept going off, like being one after the other. I'm like, who could possibly be blowing his phone up on a trip, right? Like, we're supposed to be enjoying each other's time. And he told me, he was like, oh, well, you can't come over anymore tonight because I have to work with my supervisor. He was trying to say that he has to go back to work with his partner. And when he went into the shower, I put the number into my phone. I put it into my WhatsApp, into Cash App, and it all popped up under the name of Erin. And then I texted the number from my phone, and she responded.
Oh.
I was like, who are you, and why are you texting my man? Is this really Brandon's partner at work?
Oh, wow.
What was her response?
No response at all. Blocked completely.
Yeah.
And then I hear a ding on his phone, and he's still in the shower at this point. The response on his phone was, yo, you got a girlfriend and you've been texting me this whole time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so she didn't even know.
Wow.
He had no idea.
Wow.
And he was trying to disguise it as he picked up overtime the day we get back home from our trip.
Wow.
And it's my birthday.
Oh, my
I got cheated on my birthday, guys.
Jeez.
1/21st.
Well, you got a gift. You got the notice to let him go.
How
It was.
how long of a shower does this guy take? I mean,
Oh my gosh, he is your typical A-list narcissist who has to be groomed. You say he's a bride every morning. It's like an hour in the bathroom every day.
Wow. Well, we're happy that you're doing better. Okay, it sounds like you're doing better.
But just, guys, advice to all the ladies: put that number in the Cash App, in the WhatsApp. It'll pop up. I promise.
That is a really smart idea.
Yeah.
I commend you for
It is.
that.
Take care of yourself.
Venmo, Cash App.
Yep,
everything.
Venmo. Oh, yeah,
Have a good
Venmo
day,
will do it.
guys.
Appreciate
I
you
like
so
that
much.
out of that whole call, the whole thing you took out of it was, how long does he take a shower?
This is the home of
The War of the Roses.
Mojo in the morning.